Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I know everybody's probably tired of hearing that. I do feel like I need to say it in case someone wanders through who hasn't been here before. So I have a journal that is in the shop. Some of you might remember this one as well, and I love this. This is one of my favorite little productions, and I am releasing it to the universe. It's been on my shelf and I love looking at it. I especially love just seeing all these strings. There's a rusty washer and a little copper heart. There are mushrooms, a pretty bead, a little key. There's a red, a very unusual bead. And then we have this medallion. This says, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul." You know why? I have a feeling one of my besties from this channel sent that to me. So I release this with the journal with love. Sometimes it works out that way. I'm not sure though, because I buy things like this too all the time, and it could be that tomorrow I open up my big jewelry chest and bead chest and there's one in there. But if someone's watching and you're seeing this and you think, oh, I sent her that, I want you to know that, yes, I know you did send me one. So thank you for that. This journal is made from file folders, and I love these metal tabs. That's one of my favorite things to work with. This is a nature journal and it's very grungy. There's a little piece of fake moss sewn right there in front. Sewn right there in front. There's a business card. This is an artificial leaf with some paper sewn onto one side and some stamping. And then we have just all of these little papers. That was in a pack of ephemera. I love to see other people's handwriting, and you can see there's a little piece of lace stitched into there with some hand stitching. This section in the front is just tea stained and distressed paper. Tiny little booklet as the first signature with the mushrooms. I love these. And little quotation I wrote down, "It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see." And more mushrooms. I can see the ferns on that paper. And I love the way the ink runs. I like to get really messy with pages sometimes. So you can just see all of these beautiful mushroom images. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. Henry David Thoreau. That's pretty significant. In fact, I need to write that down somewhere. And I know exactly where I'm going to write it. Hang on and I will show you. So continuing on, wow, there are more pages in this first little signature than I realized. Little card in there. All right, let me grab something. I'm going to show you something here. I'm not sure why I tied this in a knot. Oh, it's coming out. Ding, ding, ding. I made myself a little commonplace book. And Linda, if you're watching, I started using all of those beautiful fabrics you gave me. And there are some in here as different embellishments and tags. So let's get to the center. This is my commonplace book. I made this so that I could keep it close to wherever I'm working, and when I come across a quote that I don't want to forget, I put it in here. So this will be the very first one. I don't want to lose that one. I don't want to lose that quotation. What is that? I don't want a metallic marker either. A little Sharpie pen. That might be good. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So let's get back to this quote, and then we will get back to the journal share. Because that quote, I don't want to forget about that one. And I'm only going to put the things that I really, 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 really want to keep up with in this commonplace book. Can't be just anything. It has to be the kind of thing that you say, oh, What was that? And I don't ever want to forget that. Goodness gracious, where did it go? Okay, let's put this away and let me move the little commonplace book. I have to find a place to sit this where it's always ready for me to write quotations in to the side. Okay, that was the first signature. The second signature, we have this little matchbook here. I believe this was just attached on with a hairpin, like maybe it came from her. I love that hat, the butterflies underneath, and then just more beautiful pages. All good things are wild and free. That's Henry David Thoreau. I think this might have been when I very first got my amber colored distress ink and started trying that out. I love this mushroom. It's layered, so it makes it stand up off the page. I printed the same one 3 or 4 times. Love that gauze there. Just so many beautiful vintagey, grungy pages. And there's a Jane Davenport stamp. She's got the butterfly in her hair. Ah, I love this journal. There's some more of those pages. I love this crinkle. There is from Edith Holden, When May Follows and the White Throat Builds and All the Swallows. It looks like just part of a little quotation there from one of her book pages. Stamped complimentary there. Just a little page up under there. And this, our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. And that is William Shakespeare. Oh, look, there's moss and alcohol ink there. Oh, I love that. Do that like that. It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. Frederick Douglass. I'm going to have to write that one down too. I won't do it right now, but I want to put that in my commonplace book. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Oh, and I love that. By discovering nature, you discover yourself. Oh, look. I remember that. I love that. I love putting journals on the shelf. Sometimes I make them, and I'm not sure if I want to sell them, but I like to at least look at them for a little while. And then a time will come around when I'm ready to send them on to their new home and make new ones. And when the shelves get so full, it's time to part with some. That's beautiful. Oh, I love all these. See, that's one of the things you can do with these old images. Just beautiful. I just love it. Butterfly there. This has lots of pages. To be a naturalist is better than to be a king. I agree with that. And there's a Kate Greenaway book page. Oh, look. From my book house. The little owl there. There's an old book page. Playday, Austin School, Spring Hill, 1965. Oh, and look, I forgot there's a guinea feather in there from my mama's little farm. And then a little tag. Oh, I love this. And under there is a grungy mushroom page. Oh, I just love that. I love all of this. This is it's a lightweight sort of journal. It's sturdy, but it's delicate all at the same time. I know you can hear this beautiful crinkly sound of the papers. And a lot of the stuff, oh, that says Jane Austen's novels. That's from a really old book from like the early 1900s. And there's a typed page. I love things like that. Oh, and look. Talk about kings. These children look so well behaved and beautiful. And then another little mushroom. And more of the Edith Holden. I love to take paper clips and just tie a little delicate piece of lace and put the paper clip on the page. Oh, and that's an actual photograph. I remember them. Did we already pass? There was a story there. Those two were together, and I wondered if they were friends. Didn't we pass the other one? Sometimes I don't even remember. Anyway, that's a real photograph. And then we have this bingo card with some fabric stitched onto it. And that is the whole journal. And there's just a little flower taped onto a piece of craft paper and a safety pin at the top. So yeah, this journal is sturdy inside with the fabric. That fabric has been glued all over the inside, and I cut around the metal plate. I love that you can tie the strings in there. I want to make another one of these. And you know, it's, when I say it's kind of delicate and lightweight, it's the file folders, so they're not super heavy. It's got some weight to it though. I don't want to be misleading by that. But to me, it has always just felt light and airy and like a nature walk. It just feels really sweet. So this is in the shop. Thank you so much for looking, and I will be back with more items. Thank you so much. Bye for now.